Hall of Fame rookies in here. There's a third-year Wayne Gretzky possible. I think Gretzky at least has a couple cards in the set. So without further ado, Lou, what we do next. Sure, so they do so at vintagebreaks.com, and then they get notified via email after they sell out, and we open them live when we're doing our shows on youtube.com/vintagebreak. So for example, Lou, very good question. Let's say you buy something over the weekend, you're having an itch. I'd love to tell you, you can call me on my cell phone, and I'll open up a pack for you from my house in our home studio, which will be coming soon, by the way, but not quite yet. So if you buy a pack out on either a day or a time when we're not live, it will likely be open during our next live show. That's how we work. Exactly. All right, so here's the dice roll. We got a Yo 11. We got to go to the craps table, I'll tell you. We played a little bit of the casino out there. It's a little like tight quarters, that casino. Wasn't a big fan, but was a humongous fan of Cleveland. So 1981 O-Pee-Chee hockey packs coming up here. Person who's on top after 11 times will get the first card right over here underneath the gum. The last card, the 15th card, will be right over there. So William T. owns a lot of the spots in this pack. He gets the first and the last spot. Good luck to Derek, who's from Canada. Good luck to Neil and David L. I know for a fact William T. has been a customer of ours for a while. Hey, Doug, how are you? He's participated in a number of our hockey breaks, high-end hockey breaks. He's been involved with, I think, several of our 1971 O-Pee-Chee second series hockey wax pack breaks. That's a really cool break. I found one more of those packs at the National. We've already opened it. That's possible Guy Lafleur rookie year, which, if you remember about Lafleur, I was a much younger kid back then. Lafleur was a Ranger at the end of his career. Do you remember that? Which is kind of crazy because he was a Canadian, and, you know, like, that wasn't done. Canadians weren't going over to the Rangers. Sure. Fun. Yeah, funny how that happens, Lou, right? All right, great. So we're going to get underway here. We flip the pack over because, as we said, card number one's right here. And that's pretty cool. Card number one, which is going out to William, is Mike Bossy, Hall of Famer. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oof. The Islanders are having some problems now, though. They lost Tavares. I thought the Rangers were going to get him, but they didn't. Now, O-Pee-Chee is known for notoriously being off-centered. So, for example, if you go to the PSA registry at psacard.com, it's amazing when you check out like how devoted some of the folks who are collecting early O-Pee-Chee hockey sets are to. I mean, you know how many cards you must have to go through to get a PSA 10 set or PSA 9 and higher? I mean, unbelievable. Yep, and what's really interesting, so for example, like we have a Chicago Blackhawk right here, actually followed by another Blackhawk, Hall of Famer Tony Esposito. But when it gets really crazy, meaning when the prices can go bonkers at auction, is let's just use our 55 Mickey for a second, which I just love showing off, I really do. So you may have people who are interested in this card that are working on the 1955 Bowman set, meaning the whole complete set on the PSA registry. However, you may have folks that only want to complete the Yankees set from 1955 Bowman. And then you're going to have to fight them for this card. But then you actually have the player registry, meaning you have folks who only collect Mickey Mantle. So then you're going to have to fight off those folks. So what I call that, back in the day, at least when I was growing up, Lou, that sounds like a Royal Rumble. You know, another wrestling reference here. I was a big fan. Royal Rumbles were the best. Exactly. Or potential for a bidding war, to be fair. You know, you never know. Yeah, he was a great goalie. So, Rocco, as far as I know, the rough cut does not have an effect on grading unless it causes notches in the card or it looks somehow not consistent. But no, it does not impact grading. What impacts grading is everything else, meaning the crazy, zany centering of O-Pee-Chee. I mean, look here. How would you say his first name here? Wow, you nailed that, Lou. I'm glad we keep you around. All right, so this is your. I like it. I like it. Terry Wiskowski from the Blackhawks. My brother, shout out to my brother Merrick. He was a big Jeremy Roenick fan growing up. Yeah, absolutely. So for those that are watching the show today that enjoyed hearing a little bit about my experience at the National and the Ronald McDonald House, they're always accepting donations at their website, which, Lou, if you don't mind looking it up for us, I'm not sure of their current website, but I'd love to share that with everyone. Sure. Just double checking here because we had an extra card saver. Great. So we're on card number 9. Dave Taylor, formerly of the Kings. I always like the Kings logo too. You know, the former LA Kings logo, that nice logo. Right there. Old school. Ooh, Larry Murphy, rookie. So in high grade, this is worth good money. Let's check out the centering here, Lou. I mean, basically, gem mint in terms of corners and sharpness, just a hair off centered. If I had to guess, it's a PSA 8 or a 90C. Yeah, just a little bit. Thanks, Lou. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. I didn't know this. Scott just mentioned that the hockey world lost Stan Mikita yesterday. Yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Stan Mikita was one of the greats. Yeah, no. I didn't know much about hockey, about vintage hockey growing up, but I always knew who Stan Mikita was. See? Great trivia question. I did not know that. Well, it probably helped him to live a long and fulfilling life because he lived a long time. Okay, we're just about to conclude the 81 O-Pee-Chee hockey pack, and then lo and behold, you look at this. So first of all, that's an old school Rocky jersey. Really cool. But look at that. It's almost perfectly centered all the way around. Gorgeous corners. If someone wants to look that up, card number 83 from 1981 O-Pee-Chee hockey. It's Mike, I ate everything in the kitchen.
What card number was that?
Yeah, number 83. Yeah, I mean, like that logo, like, yeah, it's fantastic. 81 O-Pee-Chee hockey, John, if you could let us know. Mario Tremblay. I feel like we're on the Mr. Rogers show. We just had the FedEx guy show up here, Lou. Speaking of Mr. Rogers, did either you or anyone else see that movie that came out? I really want to see that because I watched Mr. Rogers growing up. I heard it was very good. Okay.
There's 17 nines, 16 tens.
Okay. So to give you some perspective, on this card, there's about 16 PSA 10s. Not under the pillow, but I would say like very close quarters. Yeah, I feel a magnetic field to it. Candidly, I'm not looking forward to the moment that Chris says, "Hey, Leighton, what do you think about giving it to me?" But we can talk about all that on the show in just a little while. At the top of the hour, I'll be. Oh, of course there is. Yeah, listen, I'm hoping someone can lend me a Babe Ruth game used jersey so I can have two of the greatest Yankees of all time. One I'll be wearing the jersey and then I'll be holding the card. But I haven't had any takers yet, Lou. Yeah, it would be. So it's a wrap. Sorry, go ahead. No, there's no more than a handful, but I have a feeling one or two of those folks may be listening, and so that's why I'm dropping it. As we're finishing up here, Lou, I know you didn't make it out to the National, but I know you're instrumental in our Vintage Breaks PSA show, certainly in Rocco and Tom's show, the Great American Collectible Show, even if they won't admit it.